Hello again, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy, and I'm glad you decided to join me for this Tattoo Tuesday video. I hope everybody is having, or had rather, a wonderful June. I hope you enjoyed, the first month of summer. While I'm filming this video, the weather is not very hot, but this coming week is supposed to be, so yay, yay, yay. Let's hope the rest of next month's weather in July is hotsy-totsy. I love the hot, warm weather. I've just always loved it. Nothing wrong with cold, but I just prefer warm. Maybe that's because I lived and grew up in Alaska, and so I'm just used to it being cold. But I just prefer hot weather over cold weather. Anyway, you guys aren't here for cold weather, hot weather, any weather. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about things to think about if you get a tattoo in the summer. There are some just things to be aware of. I wouldn't say pros and cons. I would just say that these things are things that you need to be aware of. Again, this is just things that I've learned from getting tattoos. Again, you can find out more information, other YouTube videos, articles, tattoo articles, and Google, all that information. But these are just some of the four things that I kind of thought of and want to share with you guys. So as always, let's jump into it. And also, these fun tattoo videos are just me telling my opinion about tattoos. They are never to put pressure on anybody that does not want tattoos or doesn't like tattoos. These are just fun videos of me sharing my thoughts and opinions of tattoos. Okay, number one is if you get a tattoo in the summer, the sun is the enemy. And what I mean by that is that when you get a new tattoo, depending on how big and location, they usually wrap it up, right? To keep it, any plasma or extra juices that is natural to come out. But when you get a new tattoo, especially in summertime, sun is the enemy, meaning that also you don't want to just expose it in direct sunlight. Like, you don't want to go to the beach and wear a bikini and everything. It's best to stay out of the sun as much as possible, because essentially your new tattoo is an open wound, right? So you want to protect it as best as you can. And the sun can play a big part of that. So it is better to stay in the shade or make sure that you have loose clothing on to protect it from the sun if you choose to go outside. Again, I'm not saying that if you get a new tattoo, you can't be outside, but when you are outside, it's best not to be directly in the sun's way. So, wear a light jacket, something loose, so that way it's not super tight. So again, that protects it to the best of your ability, because the more you protect it and do the instructions that your tattoo artist tells you, the better your tattoos will heal and hold up over time. So that's something to keep in mind. Until you take it off and it's in the scabbing phase, or even completely healed. But even this tattoo, now that it's completely healed, I put sunscreen on, or I make sure that I have, like when we're driving, I try to keep it in the shade as much as possible. Again, because it's the newest tattoo, if you will, that I've had. Because again, it's a color tattoo, so color tends to fade faster than like a black and gray. So, but again, that won't stop me now that my tattoo's like been healed for years and stuff. But sunscreen, which I'll probably talk about later, which I shouldn't have said. But anyway, moving on. The second thing to consider when, if you're going to get a tattoo in the summer, is no swimming in pools, lakes, a puddle. Not that you would, but anything like that. Again, hi Jane. You want to come in the video? Hi girl. The chemicals in the like a local pool or a hotel pool and even a hot tub and all that stuff will damage your tattoo. Again, the reason being because it is a open wound tattoo, and again, depending on how small and where it is, it's best no swimming. The only thing you can do is shower, and also no baths, no soaking in tubs of any sort. Because again, it's an open wound and you want to protect it as much as humanly possible. Because the salt will mess it up. Like I said, all that stuff, it's really not a good idea. And I feel, tattoos are an investment, I think personally. So why would you want to mess with your investment and in a way throw away good money that you worked hard for to destroy beautiful not only art but the possibilities of infection, bad healing. Like there's so many bad things that could happen. So no swimming, so of any kind, no baths, any like that. So that is something to consider also. Number 3 is the location of your tattoo. Depending on where you get said tattoo and how big it is, that can also play a factor. If you get it in the back of a tattoo on the back of your neck and you have long hair, that's not necessarily a thing to worry about for summer, unless you put your hair up. But even then, hair gets dirty, so you want to try to avoid it as possible. Also, the location of your tattoo matters, because if it's, somewhere like in the neck area or not a place that is not going to get exposed, if like you go to the beach, women wear bikinis and that, so you're going to be a lot more exposed to the sun where like normally you wouldn't be. So again, the location of your tattoo matters. Like if you're getting in the armpit, again, I'd still say that's okay, but because generally, not okay, but it doesn't get as much sun, if you will, as compared to like on your thigh, on your inner arm, outer arm, in going to a beach type scenario. So again, the location matters. Again, even if you get a face tattoo, like you have to be very careful, because if you do not take care of your tattoos when you first get it done, it can have dire consequences and lead to hospitalization if you are careless. Again, most people are not careless when they get tattoos. Not everybody, but the majority. So again, that is something to be aware of, and yes, it does happen. So just keep that in mind as well. Number 4 is getting a tattoo on vacation. Again, this qualifies for more of in summertime for like a beach vacation or a tropical location. If you want to get a tattoo on a tropical vacation, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. It is a wonderful way to commemorate your vacation and as a lifetime-long memory. I've gotten tattoos when I was on vacation. Now, true, they haven't been to tropical locations, but what I always do, and I think this is a good idea, is if you plan to go to a tropical location and want a tattoo, get your tattoo the last day of your vacation. That way, that frees you up to swim without worrying about, ruining your tattoo. You don't have to worry about protecting it from the sun. You just have to worry about, putting on the sunscreen like normal and stuff like that. That way, when you do go to get your tattoo, you're not going to be tempted to let me go swimming or let me go to the beach one more time. Generally, people on the last day, not always, again, it's case by case, but people pack up. They don't really have adventures on that day. So getting a tattoo on your last day is a good idea because you're generally not out doing touristy things, relaxing on the beach, etc., etc. So that is a great way to get a tattoo and to be conscious of the location and what you're doing to get a tattoo, to still be able to do it in this, if you will, safe way. And then that way, again, by the time you get home, your tattoo will also be on the process of being healed if you take care of it well. And it makes a great memory. So that is all the video for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Down in the comments down below, let me know if any of you guys have if you got a tattoo on vacation, and if so, was it in a tropical location or drop the location? Tell me where you went to vacation and what you got. Again, I'd always love to know. The tattoo that I got I've gotten several actually. One, my hummingbird tattoo on my neck I got while I was in Vegas on my honeymoon. I got my back of the thigh dragon tattoo while I was in Alaska. It was really fun experience. So I'd highly recommend, if you want to get a tattoo, again, do your research also into a tattoo shops that are reputable and have, good recommendations. You can see the artist's work if you like them, contact them, ask questions, all that good stuff. I cannot wait to see everybody on my next video. It's going to be fun. I've got my my Life as a Right Hemiplegic video. I've got a fun 4th of July video. I've got a fun and probably the last collection video that I'm doing. It's going to be really fun. So stay tuned for that. I also have my book video coming out. So stay tuned for all that fun stuff. And if you like this video, please give it a big like, subscribe, share with friends and family. That helps my channel out so much. And as always, I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye for now, everyone.